Hey guys, I have another light language transmission for all of you. This light language transmission is going to be from Lyran beings. So before I begin, I'd just like to remind you guys to drop into the heart space, and through your own free will, I want you to consciously communicate the message that you're open to receive this transmission. And as with anything, in order to receive these transmissions, you have to be open to receive it. So just communicate that message that you are open to this if you are willing to participate in this. Um, I'll talk a little bit at the end about what exactly was coming through and the types of beings that were coming through. Sometimes at the end, it's hard for me to articulate my words properly after I've been speaking alien language, basically. It's hard for me because I'm very sort of out of body and just really catching myself, and I'm super vibraty. But I'll do my best to convey everything that came through. And if there's anything else, I'll be sure to write a little bit of something in the description. So before I begin, I want you to, if you're open to receive this, I want you to just consciously drop into your heart chakra. Take a couple deep breaths, get in a comfortable position. You may lay down if you want to, or you could sit up if you want to. Close your eyes if you feel you need to. You will still receive this transmission if you close your eyes, just as much as if you watch this with your eyes open. So I'm just going to take a few moments to connect, and I will begin when I'm ready. Om Sharata Asikini Isio Shatala Aliana Masate Ikioti Isimata Ashi Ini Kyo Batala Ini Kyotaha Siapisiri Kyota Shishini Ikyoha Amziota Shipiriti Kyotaha Liana Masate Shishini Ikyoha Ariota Umzuya Ikyotaha Iamiata Alina Kasa Shishini Ipitiria Koha Ayo O Sotorata Umzoya Ala Aki Ini Iota Asata Aliana Masache Shishi Iyakaha Aha iyomihi ikiota. Ario oto ozo zomzo eta aishishini ikiota zonzoya. Oya akeshi imihi. Hio a akianaha. Ali alinami shishini ikiota zizia mashe. Shiaha myokahala ani niyamata shishi. Zamaha aki. Shamdi apala alakashashini. Tara asaka asimziata. Sipiti atalaka shamsi sirata umzaka eti diretaka zozuli umaka. Shoya ali enemiki ikiotaha asa shiri titi tirataka umzo ayan emisi. Shi iri kiota ali enemisi tiaka ala anasate. Kionaha amziota gasu siretaka a. Oriotaka umzuya iti direta umzo torototo diretaka shishunati direta umzo. Uya a ayaha mihi hikiotaha ahia. Soyashi shimi ikiyota ahi omaha hi ikyo ala inimi shishini ibio aruti imioka iriarata asa saza shishimi si tiriotaka mzoyaha ariotaka mzoya tarata uzitiri mzeyeta takalina masahe si arataka mzoya tarataka zoyertaha ariotaka mzo zoroto zoroto ariotaka mzoya mata ahi iri ishishini ibikata shishina mzka Ayom zagi zapataka ashi riotaka ya aya ama asa shishini imio ala ini asa si yomaka yoka ini ipireti shishini sarata also ya zapata akini iam zia shatara la kalina me siti anaha ariate ki irio satata iri maka uzo ya mopo so sanaka ihini Pa asi shasha ani oka oli iri pitire takasa isai nimi izam zieta hikiyupata shishini eo o imi hire ishishini ikiyota alinama shasha iyo iya maha umoha emi omaha ami he eri rata sapata aki ini sate eshi pitiri ata sasa asashi siana anamata ke kiyata Shadi ni miyata ni hae o a hae samata kirete shitarata komso sete yamshi shipatarata komso eti linana oya 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 ana etiri shitarata amso sarata ushishini ikiyada samzi azyosa tata alaka shishini ibisirete tiyata ashashana akiyana Ariata kamso soya sazara takamso shiniti itira takamso izuyumasa shamala aka ashi shini ipiopa sa shishini kiyomi kyoha asapsa ata koya ini ipiota asa sarata kimi isi shanda akiyuta pasa au ini isi samaha sa shishini torata okuso sorata omzoya ini ipikyota Shamshahalala, ipitirete kota hasatarata omzoyata akushishini, hiapaha alaini, hiapaha, sarata aijujuena iziziozata, sarata gauza azuiziazabasa, zapatarata sazuiziazabasa. Zapato zozoi and tatarato ututoto atatate shititi atata shitireti kapsaha saos yaze bisi shishini ikio alianana sata kiriti sitiriti kopsaha apaha yatakopsaha shishini psaha ayo uyo ahya ayoya ayoya sarata aze sipisirete kiyamahe imimata shanaha. Taking a minute to breathe and just imagine these codes and frequencies around you like a mist. And as you inhale, I just want you to consciously inhale these frequencies through your heart chakra. And as you exhale, just allow it to shower through your energy body, allowing it to work through your system, activate any dormant DNA. Sha shishini ikiyota aza hashimi itikionaha ariota sasarate shishini ikione inimiyata takaleni shite ikiopaha are iriyataka izitubata oriyapata asasuenimi imiopaka alina sarata asashiriti kiyotaha sapatarata shishini imi apata akini hireta atarata sisiniti tapasashiriti kiyotaha ariyataka umzehi sisini imiopaha ane inyoda Hoya yohai hamdi kya hateresagi shimala akahe torata osa torata komso shishineti tirita torata kashishireti kiyamasa aryota tosa torata komso sitiriti kishishineti kiyapaha ari itiriti kiyota sashishineti yopasata kishini ari ipipapa aratoku ini ititirete kashahane ari iyonha azozya tapateshitiri kiyaha. Imagining these codes and frequencies again like a mist around you. And as you inhale, I just want you to consciously inhale these codes and frequencies through your heart space. And as you exhale, just allow it to shower and work through your energy body. Allowing these activation frequencies to enter through your crown. Taking a minute to just breathe, be with your body, pay attention to any physical sensations, any thoughts that are coming up. A lot of us right now are going through very difficult times, facing adversity, financially, emotionally, in our personal lives. Just allowing your heart space to just open up. Allowing joy and abundance to be introduced to your frequency. So that was a really powerful light language activation from these Lyran beings that were coming through. They were really stressing about how so many of us are going through really hard times and adversity, personally, financially, emotionally. A lot of us are just having a really difficult time right now. A lot of us are having abundance issues as well, so they were addressing that, and they want to remind all of us that it's okay to feel the way that we feel, and to it's important to feel all of our emotions. However, we have to be able to shift our focus from the lack and shift it to what we do have in our life and the abundance in our life. And of course, by focusing on lack, we're going to manifest more of that lack. So by focusing on what we do have in our life, something that I personally like to do is pretend like you're a child from a third world country that was starving and didn't have anything, and imagining that you are this child that was just introduced to America, into a middle class home or upper class home, or your own home that you are in right now. Start to envision yourself as this person and start looking around at your surroundings and appreciating all the things that you do have and seeing that as abundance instead of lack. We sometimes take for granted all the things that we do have, and of course, it's important um, to feel all of the those difficult, harsh feelings that we have inside of ourselves that we're beating ourselves up about. Sometimes we're so hard on ourselves, and it's okay to feel sad, and it's okay to feel down and go through adversity. But when we do shift our focus and find things in our lives that we do find abundant, for example, if you think of yourself as a starving child and you come to America, you start looking at things like your refrigerator and all this food that you have access to water at all times, you have a bed to sleep in, you have your own space, you have heat, you have air conditioning or whatever it may be. It just really gets us into the space where we are recognizing all the things that we do have, and by virtue of focusing on that abundance, we are going to invite more of that abundance into our lives. One thing I also like to do is focus on uh, opening the heart chakra. Think about joy and gratitude. Gratitude invites abundance into our life as well. So think of things that bring you joy and gratitude in your life. That will get us to a space where we are open to receive more abundance in our life. Another thing that they are really trying to convey is a lot of us are trying to just manifest money blindly, and we're not communicating to the universe what we want to do with that money. So it's really important to allow the universe to know what it is that you think that this money will bring you in your life. How will this money bring you joy? How will this money bring you abundance? What will you do with that money? When we really communicate what we want to do with that money, the universe will say okay, and that will open the vessel and allow abundance to flow through your system, because abundance and money is just another expression of energy. So when we open ourselves up to that energy flow and we communicate to the universe what exactly we want to do with that, and the universe is always conspiring to heal us and help us find our joy. So even when it doesn't seem that way, that the universe is always on our side. So they really want you to communicate what it is that you do want with this, so that the message is clear, and ask and receive. You will receive that abundance when you open yourself up in that way. So this light language will also act as a healing, and you can rewatch this anytime, as much times as you want, and you will receive the same activation, the same energies. If you've been activated already, of course, you don't need to be activated again, but this will act as also sort of like a tune-up for your energy, so you can rewatch this and get the same thing from it in that sense as well. I just want to remind you guys that I have a Facebook group called Divine Creators with Cody. You can feel free to join. It's a closed group, so you can feel safe to just authentically express yourself, to share whatever's on your mind, to share anything, to learn, to teach, to just be heard. We're all teachers. We all have something valuable to teach and to learn from everyone and everything in our surroundings. Earth is a mirror hologram, so absolutely anything and everything in your surroundings, there is something to gather from and to learn from and to heal from. So I invite you to come to the group, and we're just a very loving, warm, accepting group. So through your own free will, I invite you to come along and share whatever you'd like. I also offer my services on there, so if you're interested in, for example, a personalized light language transmission, you can feel free to message me personally, and I'd be happy to deliver whatever comes through for you. Or if you want something specific, I can deliver that for you as well. My other services are also listed on there if you're interested. Thank you guys so much for this opportunity to share myself in this way, to deliver these messages. It is a blessing for me to be able to share in this way and to be able to deliver these messages for you guys. So I really appreciate you guys watching this and hearing me and seeing me. Thank you guys so much. I love you all so much. Have a beautiful day.